It's part of life. What can we do? Whew, that's looking good. And then the last step I'm going to do. Whoop. That's not the last step. That's going to be a good sandwich. A nice sandwich. A nice sandwich. Hey, welcome there. It's Martin Salama, the architect of the Warriors Life Code, Live Incredibly Full Every Day, back here with another edition of Cooking with Martin. And today, besides cooking, and I'm going to be making the best tuna sandwich ever. And there's a story behind that, of course. I also want to talk about not giving up when you're so close to your goal. And a little bit of that kind of ties in here as well. So I'll tell you the story first and then we'll get into it. So in the beginning of the past summer, I had my kids over for a Saturday lunch. As I've told you before, Shabbat's a big day, Friday night's a big day, Saturday lunch is also great. And my son Caesar tells me, Dad, I had the best tuna sandwich ever. I'm like, really? Where from? He tells me the name of the place. I'm like, really? First thing is, I didn't know that they made that. Oh, he goes, they do it in the summertime. They have a lunch menu and stuff like that. I'm like, wow. And second thing is, they're crazy expensive. He goes, Dad, I'm telling you it's worth it. Sorry if you hear a little bit of the dishwasher noise. It's part of life. What can we do? So I said, all right, okay. So one Sunday afternoon, Serena and I drive down there to where it is, and we order the 2 tuna sandwiches and 2 bottles of water, and they tell me the total, and I was like, what? I was like, I don't believe I just spent that money, but I was like, okay, whatever, I did it. It comes on an Italian roll about this big, toasted, with a little bit of pesto on it, a little bit of mayo on it, sweet peppers cut up, marinated artichokes, and tuna, not all saladed up, just on there like that. I enjoyed every single bite. I never ate my food so slowly before in my life. And Serena was laughing at me. If you know anything about me, I eat very fast. But anyway, so I was like, oh my God, this is delicious. But I'm like, how can I go back there and spend that money again? It was just out of my realm. But by halfway through the summer, I kept on telling Serena, oh my God, I love that sandwich so much. I want to go back. So towards the end of the summer, we went back. And while we were sitting there, we were sitting outside of one of the tables on the outside. It was a beautiful Friday afternoon. I'm watching as the deliveries are coming of different merchandise. I'm looking, what kind of tuna are they using? What kind of tuna are they using on this trip here, on this thing? I couldn't figure it out. Later that day, I went to my local fish store in New Jersey, and I got some fresh tuna. And I was going to make fresh tuna for lunch the next day. We love to have ahi grade tuna. I cut it up. I make it either this plain, or I add some sriracha and some soy sauce and some sesame oil and mix that up. And it's really, really great. We even kind of make poke bowls and stuff like that. And I was telling the fish guy about the tuna I just had. He goes, oh yeah, I sell them the tuna. I'm like, what? You mean it's fresh tuna that they cook? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, now I understand why it was so expensive, because it's not that canned chicken of the sea tuna or even the jarred tuna that you can get from Italy. This was handmade. So I was like, okay, I got to figure out how to do this. So I went on the internet and I started searching all over, and I found that the way they were doing it was poaching the tuna in olive oil and adding some stuff to it. So I did it, and it came out unbelievable. So we're going to start off. Here's a couple of pieces of fresh tuna. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some salt on both sides and pepper on both sides. And then I'm going to put it into a little Pyrex and then add some olive oil to it. Just put it on that side, turn it over. So I'm doing a lot of talking about cooking, but not so much about kosher. So very often, and this goes for so many people, you start working on something and you get into it, and then you start to get frustrated and you start to even give up. And I gotta say, that was me many, many times. So it's about understanding that as you're working, you gotta make sure you're staying focused but you're not focusing so much on the results there that it's going to hold you back. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about, because that's been who I've been for the last almost 60 years of my life. And now I'm starting to understand that it's more than that. So I'm going to put a drop of olive oil on the bottom here, just so that it's when I put the tuna in, it's got it on the bottom as well, and put it in there. I usually use a bigger Pyrex than this, but it wasn't available. So now I'm going to add more olive oil to this, just to bring it up about halfway, give or take. And then I'm going to add a little bit of other kind of aromatics in there to give it some, and I'm adding it right into the oil, not so much onto the fish itself. It'll cook with it. So I just added a little bit of red pepper flakes, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of pieces, 2 pieces of garlic. I'm going to smash it with the end of a knife, and I'm going to stick it in here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this, just to make sure I'm doing it right. I'm going to slow poach it on a 275 degree oven for about 15 minutes. And then I'm going to take it out and flip it and do the other side for another 15 minutes. So I lowered the oven to 275. Usually my oven in my house is really more on 350 more often than not. Just put a little bit more of the red pepper flakes in there. No, I just decided I'm going to add a little bit of capers to it as well. And again, I'm adding this to the oil, not so much to the fish. It's just going to give the fish a little extra flavor in there. So the first spoon didn't fit, so I had to use the other one. So now this is going to go in here for 275 for 15 minutes. Then I'll take it out. Where am I? Trying to cook. 15 minutes. There we go. And then we'll go on. So I wanted to talk to you about making sure that you're staying focused on what you got doing. This is a little bit more of the cycle of A's. Remember, I talked about the cycle of A's just for those who've never seen the cycle of A's video and want to understand what that is. To me, the cycle of A's is the next level of the law of attraction. Okay, the law of attraction is you ask for what you want and it comes to you. But there's so much more to it than that, because that's really not what it does. So I took the letter A, and started doing the cycle of A's. A, ask for what you want. Ask the universe, ask God, whatever it is, use your higher power, ask for that. Then the second A is act. Start doing the work towards getting it. And then the third one is attitude. You have to have an attitude of detached emotion from the outcome. And this is where this part comes in even more so. Because so often we're so nervous about the outcome and we're so close. You've seen those pictures of the guys digging for gold, the cartoon, and he stops 3 inches away. He's been digging for years. He's gone, thousands of feet, and he's a foot away, and he gives up. That's how close you are, and you don't even know it. But you need to change your mindset about the results, because things are going to come up along the way. They're going to tell you, this isn't supposed to happen to you, or whatever. And it's going to try to knock you off. And that's when you've got to buckle down and get further into it. I'll come back afterwards. I'll flip it. I'll come back after the flipping. You don't need to see me flipping it. And then we'll talk about, after it cooks, I'm going to let it cool down. And then I'm going to put together a sandwich to show you what it looks like, because it's so good and so easy. And today I had some time in the morning. I made fresh pesto, because recently, last few days, I made a couple of recipes that needed basil, very little basil, and I ended up with a ton more. So I don't want to lose it. I want to get rid of it, throw it away. So I turned it into pesto. I also made fresh mayonnaise. Very simple stuff to do. I'll give you recipes for those as well underneath, just so you can see. You don't have to use those things. And then on there, so I said it's going to be fresh basil, fresh pesto, fresh mayonnaise. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of the olive oil that it cooked in, and we'll put a little bit of marinated artichokes, it was in there, and some sweet peppers, and it's going to be a fantastic sandwich. But we'll come back and we'll go back and continue talking about giving up too soon and not giving in to yourself, being true to yourself. See you soon. Okay, welcome back. So the tuna is done. It's cooled down. It's in this little Pyrex that we put it in with the oil around it. Okay, it looks fantastic. It's nice and cooked up. Now, the way I like to eat regular tuna, tuna, when I buy it like that, is rare. But in this case, we're making it like a tuna salad. So I told you I like to use Italian bread. I couldn't find that today, but I did find ciabatta bread. So I opened it up and I toasted it. And now I'm going to build my sandwich, show you what it looks like. Make sure I have the back and the bottom, top and the bottom. And first I'm going to put a drop of the mayonnaise I made today. Just splatter it on. As I continue to talk about today's subject, which is don't give up on yourself. You are so close to your goals. It's about recognizing where you are in your life and understanding not to let those things hold you back. So now I got a little bit of the mayonnaise on there. This is some pesto I made today. I told you I made the pesto because of the extra that I had from the basil. So now that's looking real good. Put that over there. See, here's the mayonnaise and the pesto together. Maybe I'll just put a little bit of a drop. Don't tell anybody. On the top too. There you go. It's the drop. And a drop of that. And now, that's those two parts. Then I have here some marinated artichokes, which I've cut up because they were quarter pieces and it was just too much for me to eat that way. I like to cut it up so that it's all over the sandwich. I got that though. It's building nice. And by the way, what I did with the bread, for two reasons, so cut out a little bit of carbs, but also because I want to put everything inside, is that I dug out the middle of the bread so that it's there. So that was that. And then here's some of the sweet peppers. I actually took the rest of these sweet peppers. Sarita loves them roasted, so I roasted them up for her. So these are just slightly, diced sweet peppers. I got that. And then what we're gonna do, I put this away, I didn't mean to yet. So we'll take this back out. And now what are we gonna do? I'm gonna take a piece of this tuna. Okay. Piece of this tuna. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Okay, and break it up. Like that. Just like that. Maybe a little bit more. Just for one sandwich today. And then I'm going to put that on here as well. Onto my sandwich. Woo, that's looking good. And then the last step I'm going to do. Whoop. That's not the last step. I'm going to take a little bit of the oil that was on there and just drizzle it on top. Like that. All right. So, here's what the sandwich looks like open. Like that. And here's what it looks like closed. That's going to be a good sandwich. A nice sandwich. A nice sandwich. Whoever remembers that, put a comment in the thing below, in the section below, the comment section. So I hope you enjoyed this. And listen, you want to learn more about that? Go to my things. Learn about the cycle of A's. Learn about taking care and keep going, and don't let your emotions get involved in it. And it'll all be good. So I hope you've enjoyed this time of talking with me today. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you made the sandwich, what you think of it. I'd love to hear. And you see how I made it in a nice little, I put it on a little like charcuterie board. So pretty. Aww. Presentation. So tell me all about that. And Warrior to Warrior, card deck. Connect with Martin.com. Like below, subscribe, all the things that you're supposed to be doing that you know what you're supposed to be doing. And tell other people, share it with other people. It's okay, I don't mind. And I want to get my message out there so that people could understand it's about a mindset. It's about understanding that everything comes into play and taking your mindset from lack to abundance so that you could enjoy life and live incredibly full every day.